Hello everyone, my name is Vesna Todorovic and welcome to another English class. Today we are going to talk about how to agree with someone, but in a little bit different way. You must have heard of the expression me too. So this is what we use when we want to say that we do exactly the same thing as the speaker. So if the speaker says, I love tennis, and you want to say that you love tennis as well, you will not say, I love tennis too. No, you can say, oh, me too. So this is always a good option to use when you want to agree with someone, when you want to say that you do the same thing. But today we are going to learn about different ways of agreeing with someone. Okay, so today's lesson will be a little bit more grammatical. As you already know, we can agree with affirmative or positive sentences, and we can also agree with the negative ones. And this is what we are going to talk about today. So let's move on directly to affirmative sentences, and let's start with the present simple tense, for example. So I have chosen this example. I go to the seaside every summer. And if you agree with this one, and if you want to say that you do the same thing, you can say, me too, no problem. It's an easy answer, it's an easy reaction. But if you want to use another way, you can say, so do I. Or in case you do not go to the seaside every summer, but your brother does, you can say, so does my brother. So let's take a look at how we got to this reaction to these sentences. So do I, and so does my brother. The starting point is again this sentence. I go to the seaside every summer. As you can see, the verb go is in the present simple tense. Now, which formula do we use? The first step is to try to make a question starting from this sentence. So I go to the seaside. The question will be, do you go to the seaside? Do I go to the seaside? Does he or she go to the seaside? Is that right? So the auxiliary verbs that we have identified here are do for all persons except for the third person singular, where we use does. So this is exactly the verb that we use in our reactions of agreeing. So do I, and so does my brother. Now let's take a look at this so. So the first word is so. This is the word which we use to agree with affirmative sentences, present, past, future. Okay, so the formula is the word so, then we have the auxiliary, and then the subject or the person who does the same action. Now let's take a look at the verb be. The verb be is a bit different because it is independent. In which way independent? It is the main verb, but also auxiliary verb when needed. So it makes questions by itself. My example is I'm very punctual, a very easy sentence, a very easy affirmative sentence to agree with. I'm very punctual. Of course, you can always say me too. But you can say so am I, or so is my sister in this case. So what do we have here? Again, we have the verb be, but in this case, it is auxiliary because it helped us make a question. So I'm very punctual. Are you punctual? Am I punctual? Is she punctual? So again, we have the first word, so, then we have the auxiliary verb, and then the subject. So what is the formula again? Let's take a look. The first word is the word so. The second one is the auxiliary verb, which we need to use depending on the tense, depending on the verb. And the last one is the subject. My sister, I, my brother, etc. Now let's take a look at the past. So I use the same action, going to the seaside, but I just moved it to the past. So in the past simple tense, it will sound, I went to the seaside last year. Of course, you can say, oh, me too. So this is an easy answer. But if we want to use, you say, this more complicated, more beautiful way? You will agree? We will need the auxiliary. So the first word is so, as you remember. Then we have the auxiliary. So which auxiliary do we use for the past simple tense? Let's remember. That's right, it is the verb did. And again, we have the subject of the sentence. So it will sound, so did I, or so did we. As you remember, the verb did is the only auxiliary verb for the past simple tense. So it covers all persons and the third person singular as well. Now let's take a look at the verb be in the past. We were very tired yesterday. And you say, me too. Or, so was I. You remember, it is the verb be for the first person singular. Or, so were we. So were we. So as you can see, the formula is the same. So plus auxiliary verb plus the subject. And let's move to the future and modal verbs as well. So you know that the future simple tense is formed with will plus go. Will is actually modal verb. I will go to the seaside next year. I will go to the seaside next year. Fortunately, we know that modal verbs are actually those which make questions. So we will use the verb will as auxiliary as well. So apart from saying me too, we can say, so will I, or so will they. Okay, so as for the modals, it's never a problem. Like, she can speak English. Me too. So can I. So let's finalize the formula. Again, we use, in order to agree with affirmative sentences, as you can see, all these sentences are affirmative. To agree with them, we will use so plus auxiliary for that particular form and plus the subject or the person who does the same action. Now, you remember at the beginning of this presentation and video, we also talked about agreeing with negative sentences. So what we are going to do is the same, going through present, past, and future, but we already have, let's say, a bit of a formula. The only thing that we will do differently, you will see, is one word only. Okay, so the starting point is I don't go to the seaside every summer. To agree with this one, you will not say me too. You will say me neither or me neither. Okay, me neither. Both pronunciations are correct, neither and neither. You will hear neither in Great Britain, whereas neither would be used more in the United States. So me neither. Or, so this is the word that is a bit different from the phrases we agree with affirmative sentences. So we have neither. Again, we have the auxiliary, and again, we have the subject of the sentence. So neither do I, or neither does she. So following the same rule. I am not punctual. So you can say me neither or me neither. Neither am I, or neither is my sister. So this is the only thing that you need to remember, neither, because it bears negative connotation, because now we are agreeing with negative. Okay, so it is negative. It has a negative meaning. We are agreeing with negative sentences here. So the formula is neither or neither plus the auxiliary verb plus the subject. The same will happen for the past situations. I didn't go to the seaside last year. Me neither. Or neither did I. Neither did we. We weren't very tired yesterday. Me neither. Or neither was I. Neither were we. So again, we have neither plus auxiliary verb and the subject or the person who does the same thing, the same action. And models. I won't go to the seaside next year. Me neither, or neither will I. Neither will they. So as you can see, again, we have neither plus the auxiliary verb and plus the subject of the sentence of the person who does the same thing. She can't speak English. Me neither. Neither can I. Neither can I. You see? So we are simply agreeing with negative sentences by saying neither or neither, using the auxiliary verb necessary, and saying who does the same thing. Okay. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you learned something new in case you did not know how to replace the expression me too. So see you soon for our future adventures. You can find me on www.englishclass.it. See you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.